just get that kick in the stomach of thinking, well, what have I done wrong? Thousands of people will watch it and everything will be great. Retention rate has just fallen off a cliff. Hi everyone, it's Pete from Pete on the Move. I've just had to start this video again because I forgot to put my filming light on. So yeah, we're starting again. So I just wanted to sit down and talk to camera about what it's like being a new YouTuber. I've been on the platform for a year and a bit, and yeah, it's not been easy. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, up and down thing. And while I've never felt like quitting, you just get that kick in the stomach every now and again when you're a new creator. For instance, a few weeks ago, I was kind of at 168 subs, of which I love all of them. And then I checked on YouTube Studio one day and I dropped a subscriber. So instead of just kind of shrugging my shoulders, I was sat there thinking, well, what have I done wrong? Why does this person not want to watch my videos anymore? When really it's a perfectly acceptable thing if you don't want to watch somebody's channel anymore, just to stop subscribing to them. But you know, it's just one of those things. So I think the first thing I came up with, I made a list. So the first thing on my list was that it's not easy, and it really isn't. You know, when you first start out, it's a case of, you think, okay, I'm going to make a video and I'll film it, and then I'm going to edit it on whatever program, and then I'll upload it to the platform with a little title, and thousands of people will watch it and everything will be great. And in reality, it's not really like that. It's it's a lot more difficult when you kind of look at YouTube Studio and kind of 20 people have watched your video and your retention rate has just fallen off a cliff. So number one, it's not easy, but just keep grinding away at it, because hopefully it will get better. So number two, I've written, the algorithm is a minefield, and well, to me it is. I still don't understand it after a year and a bit, even though my understanding of the process has got a bit better, I think. You know, when I first started out, I had no idea that this algorithm thing even existed, and it wasn't until I started watching tutorials of how to do YouTube as a new creator that I became aware of the algorithm, and I was like, what on earth is this? How does it work? How do you make it work for you? And to be honest, I'm still asking myself those questions. So what I would say to anybody who's just starting out is kind of, don't beat yourself up about the algorithm. Just watch a few tutorials and try and make better titles and make better thumbnails, and then hopefully your video will stand out, because there's lots of people out there who are making really nice content who just don't have the audience yet, and they look at other creators whose videos they think aren't any better than theirs, sorry, and this other person is getting thousands and thousands of views, and you're getting a few. So I think, don't worry about the algorithm too much. Just try and make it work for you by researching your titles and making better thumbnails. And I think just every video try and improve a little bit, because you know, the more your thumbnails get better and your titles get better, the more views you're going to get, hopefully. So number three, I've written down, you will get better. And I think it's really relevant to look at what you were like when you first started making content. I remember when I made my first proper YouTube video. I did make a holiday video about 10 years ago, but it was just kind of a series of little clips with music. It wasn't a real video, but the first real video I made, I had a look at it the other day, and I was kind of encouraged by a mate who was on YouTube, and I was going on a walk out in the Lake District, and he said to me, "Oh, why don't you film it? It'll be really good." So I was kind of, yeah, okay. I wasn't really that keen, but I did it anyway, and edited it on my phone. And when I look back at it the other day, it was awful. I mean, really awful. But you know, the next video I did, it was slightly better, and you do get an understanding as you go along, of what things work and what don't, and what you should and shouldn't do. So I think it's really important not to beat yourself up at the start, because you're doing something that you don't really know how to do. So you are gonna make mistakes, definitely. And even now, after a year and a bit, I'm still making those, not not those mistakes, but still making mistakes. So I think just try and improve on every video, whether it be a little bit better thumbnail, or you research your title a bit more. You will get better at it. Trust me, you will. Okay, number 4, you will get frustrated and disappointed. Now, this has happened to me recently, where I made what I thought was a really, really decent video, and the weeks that followed, I was hardly getting any views. A case in point was I made this, what I thought was, I had a brilliant video idea, and it was about when I kind of discovered ChatGPT, and I thought, what, I'll make a video about ChatGPT, and my, my thought processes started it, and I thought, right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to organise my day. I'm going to go out for the day, and I'm just going to write a basic description into ChatGPT and ask it where I should go. And that's what we did, and we went kind of all round Cumbria for the day, and I thought that was a fantastic. I thought it was a fantastic idea and a really good video. And when I looked at it the other day, it just bombed completely, and I couldn't understand why. But obviously, people didn't find that interesting, or didn't have the audience that found it interesting. So you know, don't worry about getting frustrated and disappointed. I think just, you've had an idea, it hasn't worked, move on to the next one. It'll be fine. You will have good ideas, even though I still think that was a good idea, but that's another story. I'm not bitter, not much. So 5, thumbnail and title are really important. Now, this was completely lost on me at the start, and it's only quite recently I've started doing the SEO, keyword research, and really paying a lot of attention to thumbnails. In fact, apart from this video that I'm making now, I just kind of had this video idea today. It's a Sunday, and I was sat about doing nothing. I thought, I might just make a kind of a face-to-face, excuse me, video about how I feel about YouTube after a year and a bit. So I haven't done any title or any thumbnail. Now, usually, and on the last kind of 10, 15 videos, I've always done that first. In fact, the first thing I do is make a thumbnail after I've had the idea, and spend quite a lot of time on it. So don't underestimate the importance of your thumbnail and video title, and always do a lot of research and put some time into it. And I always do that before I've even shot the video or wrote a script for it. So really important. Okay, so next one, the next point I've got, I've just kind of, I was literally sat down on the sofa this afternoon and just wrote a few things how I felt. So I've written, what have I written? Slow growth builds a sustainable channel. So I see lots and lots of videos that pop up on my homepage, that say things like, I got monetized in 3 weeks. I got 1,000 subscribers in 30 days. Things like that. And I have watched a few of them, but the more of them I watch, the more I think, is that the right approach for me personally? I mean, I'm sure it works for some people, but for me, it's about building an audience and a channel that's sustainable by making content that I really feel passionate about. Because if I feel I feel like if I feel passionate about it, then that's going to come across in the video. And longer term, it's going to build an audience that really want to watch the stuff that I do once I've found that audience. So I think I'm not too worried about slow growth, and I'm not obsessed with subscribers and watch time, watch hours, which is obviously the things that allows you to be monetized. I get that some people are really desperate to get monetized because they may be in a awful job that they hate, or they just want to do YouTube as a career. I get that completely, but for me, it would be great if I got to that point where I got monetized. But I'm not. I'm not desperate enough to kind of to go over the top of the stuff that I really want to make content about. So for me, and probably for a lot of other people who also watch these, I can get monetized in 30 days videos. It's it's probably a better option to just kind of build it really slowly. So numbers 7 and 8, I've already did I've already done them in the last section, because I was just rambling on. It was about quick fixes and not a viable option, and also make content that you're passionate about. And I know I've just gone over it in the previous point, but I think it's really important just to realize that just because you're going quick, it doesn't mean you're making good content. And maybe if you're obsessed with doing things so quickly, it might kind of compromise you doing the stuff that you're really passionate about. So I've just kind of incorporated 7 and 8 into the last one, but yeah, definitely important for me to be passionate about the stuff that I'm putting out. Okay, so next one, I've written your equipment doesn't matter. Now, I don't know if you've heard of Casey Neistat, but he made a video. He's a really famous YouTuber. He made a video called "Your Equipment Doesn't Matter," and I can see what he means, and it kind of ties into the previous point about being passionate about what you're doing. If you are passionate about what you're doing, that's going to come across in your video, and you could be shooting it on the world's most expensive camera, or you could be shooting it on a telephone. Now, I've got a GoPro Hero 10 in front of me now. Hello, with a Rode Wireless Go. I don't usually use this when I'm on the road, but for this, for something where I'm kind of just talking to the camera, I thought it was important just to have decent quality audio. And in the back, I've just got a light that I use when I'm camping, balanced on top of a bin. Actually, I don't even want to show you because it's so amateurish. But hopefully it just kind of demonstrates that you don't need really expensive equipment. Just a couple of lights on you. I've got the lights up on there and a little YouTube play button to kind of illuminate where I'm at. So I think if you really want to make content, content. If you really want to make content, just go out and use your phone. It's absolutely fine on a selfie stick. So I would definitely do that, and that's what I started on. It was a phone on a little tripod that kept falling over. So yeah, I think to an extent your equipment doesn't matter. If you're doing kind of high production stuff in a studio, then yeah, you probably want something better. But for starting off, just basic stuff that you've probably already got, that'll suffice. That'll be absolutely fine. So last one, I've written, don't get obsessed. It's really easy to get obsessed with YouTube because there's so much stuff going on, from the algorithm to the thumbnails to the SEO optimization, to looking at YouTube Studio to see how many views you've got, or your retention rate. You can really get unfocused from what the important stuff really is, which is your content and how you put it together and how passionate you are about it. Because you can think of the next quick fix, which is I'm gonna do a trending video, and if you're really not into it, it's the likelihood is that it's gonna bomb. So just again, do stuff you're passionate about and try and do it as well as you can. And I'm sure that at some point you will get the audience that you deserve. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to sit down on a Sunday night and have a quick talk to the camera. Something else, I'm really awkward talking to camera, and I think this kind of little 10 minute ramble is really done me good. So I could probably put that on the list as well. Try and talk to your camera, but when you're talking to the camera, just imagine there's a person behind you who you're actually talking to, because ultimately that is what you're doing. You're talking to a person, and it's something I really struggle with. I script a lot of my videos heavily, and then when it comes to actually delivering that script in front of a camera, my memory is that bad that I can't remember the script and end up just rambling anyway. So there's no point in doing a script in the first place. So this actual talking to camera has been really good for me. And when I watch it back, I'm going to see how many that I do, because I am absolutely terrible for in front of the camera. So and it's so hopefully I haven't done that too much, or if I have, I'm going to cut them all out anyway. So thanks very much for watching this 10 minute ramble about YouTube, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. I've just downed. Can't believe it. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one where we're out and about somewhere. I'm not sure where yet, but whatever that is, I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye now.